1967 Dodge Coronet 440, two-door hardtop, pre-purchase inspection for an out-of-state buyer going through the car today. If you need service like this, 800-301-3886. No pause video, start to finish. .318 automatic with power steering. Engine bay has been sanded and repainted in satin black. Inner fenders, firewall, core support. Detailed reasonably nice. Upper tie bar does not appear to have ever had any collision damage. Chrysler radiator. Fins are in good shape. Antifreeze is plenty green. No sealer seen on the back of that cap. Engine oil is clean and up to level. Transmission fluid, I won't pull that stick back out, but it is pink and looks proper. Minor dripping from the transmission linkage connection. There's our fluids, so pretty clean. Chrome air cleaner, valve covers, Edelbrock aluminum intake, 4-barrel Holley, very clean, probably newer unit with electric choke. Standard conventional ignition with a P-tronics or similar wired upgrade going in there. Wiper motor is a 2-speed unit and it works. Headers are showing some age. And a standard aluminized exhaust system. But up top, overall the engine bay is very presentable. Aftermarket ground disconnect, Chrysler tar top cover. This battery obviously needs a little bit of a boost, but maybe the car hasn't run in a while. So we've got a good looking hood liner. Couple of shrinkage spots right here in the paint that I don't have mapped out on my exploded view. I forgot to mark those. I'll show you that in a minute. Actually, I'll show you that now so I don't forget. Spots on the car aren't many. There's a small chip that's been touched up on top of the fender and a little shrinkage line where this lower quarter panel was stitched in. But overall, no major paint flaws to discuss. Metallic green base coat is what it appears. There's no spare present under here, but we've got a complete jack assembly and bolt. I spread these out so that they would not rattle on the test drive. Custom mat that is not correct, but it's all right. Cardboard, and inside the trunk, the pan is very solid, and extensions are in good shape. We know that lower down there had a little bit of repair work. No quarter panel seams present. Insides of the quarter splashes or quarters look good. So no evidence of any repair work. Jams are in nice shape in the trunk. And up here, I doubt the light's gonna allow it, but the skin lip is in nice shape. Sides of the deck lid are nice and straight. Rubber seal's been changed back here. So just a couple of shrinkage circles. Nothing to report on the chrome bumpers front or rear. Both of them are in nice shape. Up top here, since we are chatting about the trim and the bumpers, I'll go through and show the front bumper. And again, fitted nice, no bends, no issues. Original grill's in nice shape, some color fade. And here on this bezel that's part of the whole assembly, this has been kind of dinged out and retooled a little bit. Otherwise, looks pretty decent for a driver. Aftermarket Krieger 5 spokes. Wheels are in good shape with a little bit of oxidation on some of the lugs and washers. The wheels themselves aren't cut up at all. 215, 65 R15. Tiger paws on the front, and slightly bigger 2 1/4 60s on the rear. And again, other than the lugs and the washers, those could be changed. The wheels are in nice shape. Tires are like new. This rear sail panel trim has some minor patina / pitting on it. All original glass in the car. These roll up and down, no problemo. Little minor pitting on the, not pitting, but just a little minor patina on the door handles. These are original sweeps and belt moldings. These did not get pulled off prior to the repaint, but they look pretty decent. These body rubbers up top, these are aged and a little bit stiff. The door rubbers, they did get changed. At least the lower portions did. We're missing this piece on both sides, and then the quarter window trim piece, we're missing this here as well. All original Chrysler Pentastar markings on the glass. Vent window uprights are really nice. Almost not enough patina there to mention. A little bit of age on the antenna bezel and a little bit on the wiper arms. Can't quite close the hood down yet. No other real trim issues to discuss. Very tiny little specks here and there in the windshield. They are, again, too small to call stone chips, but they're little tiny nicks and chips. I doubt you're going to change them, but maybe be aware of it. No wiper squirters in the car. I did hear the pump trying to work. Interior is a very presentable, original interior. Door skins are nice. Jambs are in pretty good shape. Again, rubber seal, need them. Original sill plates have a few little dings and scuffs. Original carpet kit showing substantial age and wear, and it's a little worse on the other side. Brake pedal has that 100,000 mile-ish appearance. Car showing 03945, so 103, or who knows, 203, 303. Would a Chrysler go that in the day? Seat covers are very presentable. I would say because of the nice presentation of these seat covers and this great condition of the steering wheel and real minor age on the backs of the seat covers, I would say that probably the 103,000 mile number would strike me as accurate. You can see this original stitching in the back seat. Side panels are decent. So all of these chrome armrest bases, they show some general age and patina and wear. C-pillar trim is decent, shrunken a little bit on this side. Dome light works. A few little marks up there in the headliner. Do you see them? Sun visors are staying put. Big rubber floor mat changed. VIN tag properly in place with rosette rivets, and kind of cool, a search card, little holder anyway, on the inside of the dash, riveted in glove box. Light is working. I'll run through this, but the AM radio works, 2-speed heater blower works, and the cables are not frozen up. The flashers come on and flash. You can hear them dimming, but I didn't see them flashing from the inside. Still photos all the way around the car of my magnet and or digital paint meter and or both. So magnetic adhesion is pretty good. That's a bad commercial, isn't it? There we go. All right, let's correct that to mils. Let's do that again. So 8.3, plenty of stick. 8.3, 10. One of the repairs on the car is down here. It's right here, about 2-inch repair. We've got good magnetic adhesion above it. Here, as I slide that down, we're losing our adhesion. Here I'm fine, here I'm fine. So this little area right here has had a repair that I can't get a reading on. But I got readings all around it, and there's nothing really horrific about it. If you look and study it a minute, you can see maybe that there's been a little repair work. Small hairline crack in the paint up top. There's some fingerprints and marks, generally speaking, all around it that need to be cleaned up. Some are from me. There's a few small sags, but all around the car, generally speaking, and again, still photos are available, 51. So there's been some repair work here that will give us a stick, but not for long. So some repair in here, and again, not much to study. Original quarter panel tabs are present on this side, gone on the other. And 20. That wants to stick. 47. Down low. Good readings all along the deck lid and the front of the hood. Back here, I'm going to back up, and there's a little line right here. And it's where that section, that lower quarter panel section, was welded in. So we got great readings down low. Here there should be filler somewhere in there. Anyway, stand back on it, and it's really not obvious. You really got to be down on the ground to see it. Overall, this car has not had much body rust or repair that I can see. 6.5. 44, so again, we're going to have a weaker magnet there. 30, 12, door corners are nice. 9.5. Rockers are in good shape. 8.4, 4.5. Bottom of the fender here, 6.6 and 6.3. Up top, small chip that's been touched up. There goes our floor mat. It's faster than me. All right, go down beneath the vehicle. We'll go through the suspension and floors, get it out on a test drive. Lower core support, pretty decent. No big hook marks, no torn die holes, really. I don't really see anything there that's been reworked or tended to. K member doesn't appear to have any major damage on it. I was looking at this earlier. It looks like somebody sprayed some paint on a greasy surface and got some bubbles there. I don't think that's an active leak. There's some age cracking right there you can see in the engine mounts. No major oil under the car. There's a drop right there. We've been sitting out here a while. Tie rod ends and sleeves, ball joints, everything's kind of older. I don't really see that any of the front end suspension work has been rebuilt as of late. Drum brakes look like original components, don't they? Unitized rails all along here. Both sides look nice and straight. Die holes look like that. Sneak back here, and there's some definite undercoating that's been applied. I don't know when. It doesn't look like it's very recent. These headers are showing some cosmetic wear, and then a little bit of drip there on the inspection cover. So I'll move over to this side. So the front suspension is largely original. I'll see how it drives here in a few minutes. I think I'm going to get some rain. Gas tank appears original. The floor pans are essentially very sound. Pinch welds look really good. Bottoms of the rocker panels are in good shape. Original overlap seam present on both sides right there. A little sag in the clear coat on the rocker down low. I don't really see that the floors have been changed out or sections cut in, but here we have maybe somebody drove over a rock or something, and so there was a repair made in this 2 or 3 inch area here. But the rail ahead of it, you can see some undercoat scraped, and it's in pretty solid shape. Same with up there. So a little bit of a tar packing or undercoating there going on to give you some perspective. That's right under the driver's door line here and then here. Okay. Otherwise, the underbody pretty much looks just like this, including in the rear end. Just some real heavy, substantial undercoating that's, you know, lifting and cracking in a couple spots. If this were dug off with a screwdriver, you might find some, you know, perforations there, but I doubt it. That's a overlapping floor pan seam. So just hard to tell when you've got a lot of undercoat, but it does not look like a rotten vehicle based on how clean the rockers are and how original all of this is ahead of the rear tires. So I'm going to go with pretty solid vehicle with minimal repairs. 8 3/4 rear end, and those mufflers look like somebody might have sprayed them with a textured paint. Hopefully that's not undercoat and it doesn't stink when we drive it, because that wouldn't be very smart, would it? I got still photos again all around underneath the car, and nothing really to report that hasn't been seen here. If you look down low, good reflection. A few small, just minor contaminations, another possible clear sag that got sanded on a little bit here, but and then one right there in the quarter. It's definitely gonna rain. I better get moving. A little bit of a sag right in here. But the reflective quality is real nice. Just not much to complain about. Top's in pretty good shape. We got all original glass in the car, a couple roller marks in this window right here I didn't mention earlier. All right. On top of the vehicle, it was probably washed, and there's a few little white dots here that I imagine with the waxing will come off. They're not, the car really could stand to be washed and buffed again. But looking down the sides, pretty straight vehicle. I think if you showed up at the local car show in this, people would go, ah, that's pretty cool. Nice original car. All right. VIN tag properly mounted with correct rivets, if I didn't mention that earlier. Car starts right up. Temp gauge down low, gas gauge, I don't know. Let's hope that's working. Let's hope it's just not working, rather. And I sure sure do not want to run out of gas today. It's not my best day when that happens.
Coffee creamer. Choose wisely.
We'll take this with us for safe keeping. Like you can see a little bit of condensation previously. Not much valve train noise or lifter noise to speak of. All right. So we've got speed blower motor working. A little bit of a grumble at first and then it's okay. Alternator appears to be charging, which is good because the battery's pretty weak. Turn signal right, turn signal left on the inside. That appeared to be illuminating. Dash pad's in nice shape if I didn't mention it. Try the brakes first. Okay, got a little bit of a bump into the steering wheel. A little bit of directional pull to the left, but nothing really bad. All right, we're not quite warmed up enough to. First to second, there's second to third. Could be the drums need to be turned on the front of this. Right front kind of is what it feels like. Temperature gauge is coming up. Hear an aftermarket cam or anything like that in the motor. I don't think with that gas gauge that low, I don't think I'm going out on the main road. I'll turn around and run this industrial road here one more time. That little bit of motion and action in the steering wheel is a combination of some older front end parts and maybe a warped brake drum. Speedo's working. The odometer does appear to be turning. Temps still coming up to temp, so let's just make one more little run here and then we'll shut it down. Well, let's hope that that wasn't the rest of the gas right there. and just partially, and I pulled it. It's sagging, but I pulled it up with my foot, and the knob on the end of there on the release is a little bit loose. Needs to be addressed. I'll check the lights and whatnot when I return. Got a little bit of a traffic jam. Get this back in the spot that it was in. Take a look at my brake lights. Yeah? Reverse?
No reverse light.
No reverse. Hold on. Tail lights.
Yep.
You grab a quick look at the headlights for me.
I don't even think there's a spot for reverse light.
Well, there is. Okay. Turn signal. Turn signal. Okay. And then we got high beam indicators happening. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks. Okay. So thanks for hanging out. A couple points of interest. This door handle was loose, and the outside door handle on the right side is a little bit loose. They could probably be addressed. Want this there? All right. I'm going to shut down. You can see some of the water spots that need to be buffed off the back of the car. Tail lights appropriate. Here's what it looks like inside. And again, some water spots visible on the paint surface. Probably left it out in the rain. All right, thanks for hanging out. Jason from AutoAppraise.